Okay, here we go again. Another day, another bunch of cards. Got the Thunderscape Apprentice to start with today, which is from Invasion. And yeah, this one is a 1/1 for 1 in red, with a couple of abilities in other colours. So target player loses 1 life, and target creature gets +1/+1 until end of turn. Let's put that one on the Invasion stack. We have a Crown of Flames with a very shouty looking guy there. He's angry. And that is a 1 enchant creature. Enchant creature gets +1/+0 until end of turn for 1 red. And return Crown of Flames to its owner's hands. Pretty nice. We got some Scorching Lava. I love these more intricate artwork. Really cool. Is that attacking? What is that attacking? Not sure, but it looks awesome. And this is a 2 mana with a kicker. Scorching Lava deals 2 mana damage to target creature or player. If you paid kicker, that creature can't be regenerated this turn, and if it would be put into a graveyard this turn, remove it from the game instead. Lots of invasion to start with by the look of it. So this is a Serpentine Kavu. We were asking about Kavu in last episode. So this is a Kavu, some sort of worm-like creature, I guess. It's a 5 mana 4/4, which gains haste with 1 red until end of turn. Under Yavimaya peaceful facade beats the hearts of many savage beasts. Pretty cool. We have a Nomadic Elf. Pretty simple artwork there. And that is a 2/2 for 2 with add 1 mana of any colour to your mana pool. I've journeyed across Dominaria. Phyrexians are everywhere. Plague is everywhere. There's no place left to hide. Oh, 2 of those. Next we have a Fertile Ground. This big happy creature. That is an enchant land for 2 mana. Whenever enchant land is tapped for mana, its controller adds 1 mana of any colour to his or her mana pool. As Phyrexians descended, Multani paused to reflect on the beauty that might never be seen again. Pretty nice. Oh, got 2 copies of that. We have a Llanowar Elite. Pretty nice that. Getting chased. And that is a 1/1 for 1 with a kick of 8. And it's got trample. And if you pay the kick cost, Llanowar Elite comes into play with 5 +1/+1 counters on it. Interesting. And we have Explosive Growth. Even bigger than Giant Growth. And that is that, I'm guessing that is coming out of the snake, rather than the snake trying to eat it. Interesting. And that is a 1 mana with a kicker for 5. Target creature gets +2/+2 until end of turn. If you pay the kicker, the cost of that creature gets +5/+5 until end of turn instead. Guess we're starting with a big chunk of invasion. This is a Thornscape Apprentice. Another nice piece of artwork. That is a 1/1 wizard for 1. With tap target creature in white and tap target creature gains first strike until end of turn in red. Lots of multicolour interactions here. Next we have some rats, and they're quite ravenous. Well, this one just looks to be chilling out on a rock. And that is a 1/1 for 2. When Ravenous Rats comes into play, a target opponent discards a card from his or her hand. Nothing is sacred to the rats. Everything is simply another meal. And we got some... is that Planescape? I forget the name of the set again. Let's have a quick look. playing Shift. There we are. And that's Singe for 1. Singe deals 1 damage to target creature. That creature becomes black until the end of turn. Interesting. Burnt Flesh, Blackened Soul. That was all the way up there. Another one from playing Shift. Pretty cool looking. This is Thunderscape Familiar. Another Kavu. That's first strike. Black spells and green spells you play cost 1 less to play. Thunderscape Masters released familiars to help guide their apprentices down the Thunderscape path. That is a 1/1 for 2. I've got sirens going past again. Another Kavu. They're definitely not just worm creatures then. This is a Caldera Kavu. For 3 mana. A 2/2. With a few stipulations and bonuses and advantages there. As powerful and as malleable as the molten rock it calls home. More Kavu interaction. A Kavu Recluse. Interesting. Taking some sort of robotic creature. The 2/2 with for 3 with a tapped target land becomes a forest until end of turn. Few ever see this particular breed of Kavu, which hides in forests of its own making. We have a Magma Burst. Mostly simple artwork there. What's that thing? Not sure what that is on the rock. And that is 4 mana with a kicker of sacrifice 2 lands. Magma Burst deals 3 damage to target creature or player. If you paid the kicker cost, Magma Burst deals 3 damage to another target creature or player. There we go. We've got some green Kavus now. This one's amphibious. Seems to be attacking a merfolk. Nice piece of artwork there. That's by Wayne England. And this is a 2/2 for 3. Whenever amphibious Kavu blocks or becomes blocked by 1 or more blue or black creatures, amphibious Kavu gets +3/+3 until end of turn. Merfolk raided the shores untroubled for years until the shores started fighting back. Cool card. Next we have a Thornscape Familiar, which looks like some sort of bug. Creature insect. And it's a 2/1 for 2 with red spells and white spells you play cost 1 less to play. Blessed with many options, Thornscape Masters favour scarabs as familiars. I've got 1, 2, 3 of those. Next we have a Root Greevel. Interesting piece of artwork there. It is a beast. And, what does that say? 2/3 for 4. With a 2 and green to sacrifice Root Greevel and sacrifice Root Greevel. Turn all enchantments of the colour of your choice. Destroy all enchantments of the colour of your choice. The root of all Greevels. Very nice. We have a Lava Zombie. Pretty simplistic artwork there. Little fella behind him. That one is a 4/3 for 3. When Lava Zombie comes into play, return a black or red creature you control to its owner's hand. And for 2, Lava Zombie gets +1/+0 until end of turn. Another gold card. We've got Gerard's Command. I've heard about Gerard a few times, haven't we? I guess that's him there. He's been in a bit of flavor text previously. And this is a green and white instant. Untapped target creature, it gets +3/+3 until end of turn. Unless you like the idea of becoming some goblin's lunch, get up and move. Another gold card here. Another Kavu. Something chasing it by the look of it. It's a Horned Cavoo. When Horned Cavoo comes into play, return red or green creature you control to owner's hand. That's a 3/4 for, well, green and red. That didn't happen naturally, said Multani. Wrath's overlay is interfering with the ether itself. Got 2 of those. And we've got a Disciple of Kanji. A nice piece of artwork there. And this is a wizard, a 2/2 for 3, with a tap and blue. Target creature gains flying and becomes blue until the end of turn. When no birds are available, Kanji's disciples fill the sky with anything that is willing to fight. That seems to be the end of the run of plane shift. I always want to say Planescape. Too many RPGs on PC, I guess. Look at these 2. How awesome is that piece of artwork? I love some of the black artwork. They are Bog Raiders, zombies. That artwork's by Carl Critchlow. And that is 2/2 for 3 with Swamp Walk. And yeah, it says, let weak feed on the weak. That way we... I'll start that again. Let weak feed on weak, that we may divine the nature of strength. Divine. Anyway, Phyrexian scriptures. And we've got a card called Unnerve here. She looks definitely unnerved. That's a sorcery for 4 mana. Each of your opponents chooses and discards 2 cards. If fear is the only tool you have left, then you'll never control me. Xantcha, 2 gigs. Very nice. That one into Urza. Urza Saga. We've got some carrion beetles. And they appear to be carrying somebody's eyeball straight from its socket. Kind of gross and kind of awesome. That's by Ron Spencer, one of my favourites. That is a 1/1 for 1. Remove from the game up to 3 target cards in 1 graveyard. It's all fun and games until someone loses an eye. Very nice. More as a saga here with Bravado. Look at those things. That's 2 mana enchant creature. Enchanted creature gets +1/+1 for each other creature you control. We drive the dragons from our home. Why should we fear you? Fire Eye. Viashino Bay. More as a saga. We've got some gobos. It's a Goblin Patrol. And that is a 1 mana with Echo, which means during your next upkeep after this permanent comes under your control, pay its casting cost or sacrifice it. It's 2/1 for 1. It says, take the sharp metal stick and make a lot of holes. Jula, Goblin Raider. We got a Viashino Weaponsmith. Pretty nice. Got a target behind him with all the arrows in it. This is a 2/2 for 4. Whenever a creature blocks, it Viashino Weaponsmith gets +2/+2 until end of turn. Within the Rig settlement, those who have mastered the making of weapons earn the highest honor. Next we have a Retromancer. And that is a 3/3 for 4. Whenever Retromancer is the target of a spell or ability, Retromancer deals 3 damage to that spell or ability's controller. If one harms us, strike them in return, so saith the Bay. We've got Flight, which we have had before, although this time it's in 5th. So I'll put that there, right next to its sibling in 6th. We've got Flood, which we've had before, but again this time in 5th. Spell Blast, which is here, in 6th. Pretty cool. That's an instant counter-target spell with converted mana cost equal to X. Call it the Thinking Mage's version of Brute Force. That's 6th, yep. Another one for 6th here, Dream Cache. Draw 3 cards to choose 2 cards from your hand and put both on either the top or bottom of your library. Dreams, riches are easily spent. Suk ata adage. Another one of those. Another one from Odyssey now, which is Aboshan's Desire. Very nice. Enchant creature has flying. Threshold, enchanted creature can't be the target of spells or abilities. You have threshold as long as 7 or more cards are in your graveyard. Nice bit of graveyard interaction. Oh, where's the Odyssey pile? It's over there. And we've got Baron's Unmasking. Unmaking, even. That looks really cool. It's an instant return target permanent to its owner's hand if the permanent shares a colour with the most common colour amongst all the permanents of a colour tied for the most common. I feel like I've read that one before because it's very confusing. And then we've got Probe, which is a sorcery for 3 mana with a kicker of 1 and black. Draw 3 cards, then discard 2 cards from your hand. If you pay the kicker cost, target player discards 2 cards from his or her hand. And final one in this pile is Words of Wisdom from Odyssey. It's like a nice wall. For 2 mana, you draw 2 cards, then each other player draws a card. Knowledge can't be kept in a bottle or sealed in a box. It yearns to be spread and shared. There we go. My back is already hurting, as with every episode. We're going to start with a Horned Turtle from 6th. Can't remember if we've had this one. I think we've had a Horned Turtle, just not sure which set. This is 3 mana, 1/4. So, like men are they, a hardened shell with fragile flesh beneath. Yeah, I've definitely read that before. There we go. We've got some Coral Merfolk there. Pretty cool. And this is a 2/1 for 2. It's not unusual for a single family of Coral Merfolk to spend centuries carefully guiding the growth of the reefs where they make their home. That's in Urza's Saga. We've got a Windrake from 7th. Again, I think we might have had this. Let's have a quick look. So that's a flying 2/2 for 3. But high she shoots through the air and light, above all low delay, where nothing earthly bounds her flight, nor shadow dims her way. Thomas More, Oh That I Had Wings. Again, I think I've read that before. Sounds familiar. We've got Prodigal Sorcerer, which I still can't say, from 7th. We've had that one before, definitely. We've got these two fellows. Vodalian Soldiers. This is in 6th. I don't think I've had this one before. It looks pretty cool. Nice bit of artwork there from Melissa A. Benson. And these are 1/2 for 2. Vodalian rank is displayed by the colour and patterns of their skin. Beware the colour red. That is the badge of the Empress's favour. Corbio Pearl Diver. 2 copies of that. Oh, new set we've not had yet. So this is Kingfisher in Urza's Destiny, I believe it is. Nice. What's it fishing? Just a fish. That is a 2/2 for 4 with flying. When Kingfish is put into a graveyard from play, draw a card. It's tastiest when served with fish it stole. Nice. Let's put that one. Guess I'll put it in this gap here where Chronicles was, which I've put in a binder. Oh, there's 2 of those. There's a Saga, which is a horseshoe crab. Pretty simple. And this is a 1/3 for 3 with an untapped horseshoe crab ability for blue. In the final days before disaster, all the crabs on Teleria migrated from inlets, streams and ponds back to the sea. No one took note. Nice few Urzas there. Oh, we've got another one in fact. And then we've got a Pendrell Drake from Urza Saga. And that hires a 2/3 with flying for 4, cycling 2. The mages of Teleria found strange ways to spend their free time. Occasionally they had contests to see whose kite was eaten last. Put that one up there. We have some more Vodalian soldiers, but this time in 5th. There we go. Next to each other again, and another one in 5th. We've got Urza, this time a Legacy, I believe, with Miscalculation. Nice piece of artwork there. Some experiment gone wrong. Some shocked looking people behind them. That's by Jeff Laubenstein. It's an interrupt. Counter target spell unless it's cast appears an additional 2 with cycling of 2. Next we have Disrupt from Invasion. Counter target instant or sorcery spell unless its controller pays 1. And then draw a card. Teferi wanted no part of Urza's battle plans, but both agreed the Phyrexian portal must be closed. Pretty nice. That one is over there. And then we've got this one, which is Repulse. Interesting bit of art there. And this one says return target creature to its owner's hand and draw a card. You aren't invited. And we've got a Mirage card. Saw. Which is an enchant creature for 2. My thumb is covering the flavor text there. What's this? It's for 2 mana. You may choose to play Saw as an instant. If you do, bury it at the end of turn. Enchanted creature gets +0/+1 and gains flying. Would you give up your hands to fly? That is what the birds have done. The 1,000 questions. Where is my Mirage pile? There it is, right in the middle. We have a Probe. That's one way to probe someone, I guess. What is that, like a mechanical spider thing? Don't know, it looks awesome, whatever it's happening there. That is by Eric Peterson. This is a 3 mana with a kicker of 1 and black. Draw 3 cards, then discard 2 cards from your hand. If you pay the kick cost, target player discards cards from his hand. That sounds like I've read that recently. I don't know why. I guess I must have done. Anyway, Repel next. It has this bear on there. It's an instant for 4 mana. Put target creature on top of its owner's library. I have a hunch we'll be seeing that one again soon. Ambassador Laquatus from Odyssey. And we've got Touch of Invisibility. Very nice. Target creature is unblockable this turn. Draw a card. Cephalids specialise in things unseen, be they politics, betrayal, or themselves. We have Abyssion's Desire. I think we've just had that one, haven't we? That looks familiar to me. Yeah, I'm pretty sure we have. Anyway, that one's in Odyssey. Stormscape Apprentice, which I'm pretty sure we've had before. That's this one here. Invasion. This one looks new. Volodalian Hypnotist. So I'm getting through so many now, I'm forgetting which ones we've had, unfortunately. Target player discards a card from his or her hand. Play this ability only anytime you could play a sorcery. Deceit is the heart of war. And we've got 2 copies of that. And we've got Tower Drake, which we've definitely had before. 2 copies of that one. Wayward Soul, I'm pretty sure we've had this one, it looks familiar. That one's in Exodus. In fact, there it is, on top of the pile. And from 7th, we have Wall of Air, which is a 1/5 for 3, with flying. Let the air itself protect you, for it is everywhere. Master Wizard. Got another Boomerang variant. Might have had this one. Not sure. It does look really cool. And that is return target permanent to its owner's hand. Return from whence ye came. Edmund Spencer, the Fairy Queen. Got a couple of copies of that one. Another copy of Prodigal Sorcerer as well. Sage Owl. That one's new. From 7th. That is a 1/1 for 2 with flying. When Sage Owl comes into play, look at top 4 cards of your library and then put them back in any order. Which set? Yes, 7th. Another Windrake from 7th. Inspiration. Ooh. He looks inspired. Oh, look at the little creature reading the book next to him. Pretty cool. And that is 4 mana. Target player draws 2 cards. Horned Turtle from 7th. Pretty sure we've had that. Merfolk of the Trial Perdant. Merfolk of the Pearl Trident. There we go. Can't remember if we've had that one, but it looks cool. That's a 1/1 for 1. The Paladins would be wise not to forget about the Pearl Tridents. The Merfolk warriors have turned the tide of more than one human war, and I have no doubt they shall do so again. Onion Scholar. And we've got on Unsummon. Really cool. That's a 1 mana return target creature to its owner's hand. From 7th. Another Windrake. And we've got a Spider from Prophecy, I want to say. Yeah, Prophecy. It's a Ribcage Spider. Gross. Ribcage Spider may block as though it had flying. Everything it sees it considers food, and with that many eyes, it's not liable to miss much. And the 1/4 for 3. Where's my Prophecy pile? All the way up there. Another one from Prophecy here. We have a Ribbon Snake. Interesting design. And that is a 2/3 for 3 with flying. And the ability of 2, Ribbon Snake loses flying until end of turn. Any player may play this ability. All snakes slither, only this one soars. We have a Stormwatch Eagle. Also from Prophecy. That's a 2/1 for 4 with flying. Sacrifice the land, return Stormwatch Eagle to its owner's hand. When eagles leave the sky, sailors leave the sea. And then last two cards, we have Diving Griffin from Prophecy. And that is a 2/2 for 3 with flying. Attacking creature, attacking doesn't cause Diving Griffin to tap. To outrace the Griffin. Kipamu expression, meaning to do the impossible. And apparently, not the second to last card. This is from Tempest. For 3 mana, Night of Dawn. Very nice bit of artwork. That's by Ron Spencer again. Summon Knight, first strike. And for 2 white, Night of Dawn gains protection from the colour of your choice until end of turn. Flashlight Daybreak to the fray. Motto of the Knights of the Dawn. What was that one's Tempest, which is there. And then final one in this video, we have the Marble Titan. For 3 mana from Tempest. Creatures with power 3 or greater do not untap during their controller's untap phases. Strapping on 900 pounds of armour every morning would make any warrior cross. Gerard of the Weatherlight. There he is again. That's a 3/3 of 3. 3/3. Put him there. And there we go. That's the end of this one. If you liked it, please leave a like. Leave any comments, especially if any of these have any value, just because I'm interested to know. All of these going into my new collection. So, yeah. Thanks for watching, and subscribe if you'd like to see more like this. Bye-bye.